All right. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you where you're watching from. Okay, so I want to welcome you back to another day of the 100-day design challenge with Xpress-Pixels. And today we are moving, or this is a new week actually, we are moving into the design of more flyers. Okay, so and in respect to that, today we'll be creating letterhead, okay, for a brand. All right, so without further ado, let's just dive right into it. So the first thing I want to do is create my canvas size, of course. So you can click on new file or you press Ctrl N for a new file to new document, okay, and then you go to print. Letterhead are usually for A4 size, so you go to print, you select A4, and then you create. Good. All right, so now the first thing I want to do, we're going to just dive right into what we have for today. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to import the main resource I'll be using, which is this. This is the brand I want to create a letterhead for. So I'll just take this and drag and drop side of Photoshop here. Good. All right, now after dragging and dropping this here, I'm just going to go into my rectangular marquee tool and I'm just going to draw right across on the social studio here. And I'm going to press Ctrl J to create a layer of that. Good. All right, and then you unsee the other one. All right, so now the first thing I want to do here, all right, so let's not stress our head too much. Let's first just unsee this and then let's work with other things. So I'm going to go into my shape tool. I'm going to select rectangle tool, and then I'm just going to drag right across here. So drag right across here. All right, this is okay. This is good. I'm going to drag this up. I'm going to change the color of this to this is a shade of color from that. And then I'm going to go into my rectangular tool again. I'm going to go to a triangle tool. Just going to press shift. Okay, let's just drag right across here. And then I'm going to pull this in. I want a curved edge. Good. Alright, so I'm going to change the color also to this to rhyme with it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to press shift. I'm going to go to the corner, click and rotate it. I want to rotate at a perfect angle, so that's why I press shift. All right, and I'm going to drag this and place this here. So let's drag this. Sorry, let's drag this in. All right. Let me change the color of this to this here. And this also to this. Alright, good. Now the next thing I want to do is just going to duplicate this, or let's just add a new one. I'm going to take this rectangular marquee tool here. I'm going to drag right across here. Good, and I'm going to change the color. Just come to the color and change it to this here. I'm going to drag this up. All right. Take this behind this. Now this, I'm going to take it behind those two shapes I've added initially. Okay. All right, this is good. And now the next thing I want to do, I'm just going to make a duplicate of this. Press Alt, click and drag out. Good. So I'm going to move it also behind this too. Yeah, and I'm going to change the color to this. So this is the color I'm using here. This is the color code FF9501 for the orange, and then for the other one, this is the color code 02464F. All right. Or you can pick the color from the resource that I imported. That on social, that's the color I'm using there. So you can pick the color from there. All right. Sorry. Let's change this back. Good. All right. Now the next thing I want to do is, so I'm just going to take this here, drag this, move this inside. Click enter. Good. All right. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this and this, I'm going to merge them together. So I'm just going to right click and then convert to smart object. All right, after converting to smart object, I'm going to go here. I'm going to go into my stroke. I'm going to add a white stroke. Okay, so stroke and white stroke. I'm going to change the position of the stroke to outside. I'm going to change it to outside. Good. I want the stroke to be outside. So you just increased your, I think, anyway, till you're satisfied. I just want a part of it to show here. Alright, so now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to take my shape tool also again and right across here down. I'm just going to drag. I'll click enter. Alright, so let's just drag this here. Okay, I'm going to increase this and place this here. Good. Okay, and now I'm going to change the color of this. We're going to the fill here and I'm going to change the color to this here. Good. Alright, take this down. That's okay. And now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go into my shape tool again, take my triangle tool. I'm just going to press shift click. Alright, let's just click and drag right across here. Change the color of this so that we can see what we are doing here. So let me use this color. Okay, and now this the curve edge, so just increase it a bit. I also want a bit of curve. Good. Alright. So I'm going to rotate this. Just press shift, you click and you rotate so that I rotate at a perfect angle. Alright, now reduce the size. Let's take this and place this here. Alright, let's take this and place this here. Alright, and then click enter. Now what I want to do is I'm going to change this color to white. Go back to the fill, change it to white. Now I'm going to select the both of them, the triangle and the rectangle. You just press Ctrl, you click each one. After you're done with that, you right click on them and then you convert it to a smart object. So just right click and convert to a smart object. Good. Alright, so now once I'm done with that, I'm going to go to my selection tool. I'm going to click the magic wand selection and just select the orange part. And then you create a layer here. So Ctrl Z. After I select the orange part, let's not create a layer, let's press Ctrl J to just create a duplicated layer of the selected part. Then this other one here, we can delete it. This other one here, we can delete the one at the back, like the one we duplicated from, we can delete that one. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to create a duplicate of this. So just press Ctrl J to create a duplicate of this. I'll increase the size and I'm going to change the color overlay. So I'll go to my effect here. I'm going to go to my color overlay and I'm going to change the color to this other one here. So let's select that to this one here and click enter. Okay, so I'm going to take this behind this other layer here. Good. So let's move this here and click enter. Now once that is done, you see this layer here, this one on top, I'm going to go into here, this way I have your FX, and I'm going to add a stroke. Now I want to add a white stroke. The point is we're trying to combine white, orange and the other color. So I'll just reduce the size. That's too much. I'll reduce it too much. Let's see, increase it a bit. Good. Alright, this is okay. Just click OK. Alright. Good. Now the next thing I want to do is go back to my resources that I on C here. Now I'm going to start with this one first. So let's create a duplicate of this one. So for this bigger one that we took a layer from, we can delete that. Now this one, layer 1, create a duplicate, Ctrl J. Alright, so let's start with this first duplicate here. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go into my magic wand to like quick selection to magic wand, and I'm going to select just this dark part here so that it selects that. And then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to create a layer. Just click here, to add a new layer, then Control I to invert it. We want the inverted part, not that part out. Wanted the other part selected. So I'm going to reduce this. Reduce it. Bring it here. So I'm going to bring it forward, right on top of all of this. Bring it here. I want to place it inside here. Good. Click enter. All right. Now the problem here is okay. So let's just increase this. Let's adjust the size of this and click enter. Good. Now once I'm done with that part, the next thing I want to do is I'll take the other duplicated one that I see. I'm going to select. So I'll still take my magic wand tool again. I'll select this dark part, create a layer, then Control I on it too. Good. Now the reason why I'm doing that is just to select out the text itself. But now there's a problem. So before I do that, let me just convert this to a smart object. So you just right click on it and convert it to a smart object. Now before I do anything, let's increase this first. Increase this. Now before I do anything, okay, so now what we want to do is I'm just going to go into my rectangular marquee tool here. I'm going to select this out. I'm going to press Ctrl J to create a layer of that selected part. Alright, to create a layer, I'll do the same thing with here. Press Ctrl J to create a layer. Sorry. Press Ctrl J to create a layer. And then I'm going to do the same thing with here. I'll press Ctrl J to create a layer. Sorry. Right on this main layer here. Press Ctrl J to create a layer. Now, why I'm doing this is so that this part I just selected, they are orange, right? I want to, if you look around them, they have like some shades of the other color. I want to colorize everything to just have the orange itself, and then this other part with white, I want to change the color to this other one, because if I change it to white on this blank space, it won't show. It will be the same as the background. So I want to change the color to this other dark color here. Now what I'm going to do is all this layer I duplicated out, this and this, I'm just going to take 3 of them, go to the beginning, you click, and then you go to the last one, press shift and click. So I select everything in between, and then you right click and convert all of them to a smart object. Good. Now once you're done with that, you go into your where you have your FX here, go to color overlay. Now once color overlay comes up, you click and then you select, you just take your color picker, sorry, and then you pick this orange part. It comes to the orange part and click, and then you press OK. Now for this other layer, the main layer, just go to color overlay also, and then color overlay, and then you change the color to this here, and then OK. And then OK. Good. Now if you notice, the reason why I just changed everything here is because when I was taking out all this, when I was selecting all of this orange part, okay, I didn't move from that same position. I just created a duplicate right on that same exact position. But if I unsee them now, you see that everything at the background is changed. I just changed everything at the background, but because of this layer on top that I changed the colors, it's looking like the what's at the background is not noticed, but they are actually there. Those things at the background are actually there. Good. So now I can merge both of them, take this and this other one, and then right click and convert them to a small object. So I merge all of them. Good. Now they are just one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reduce the opacity. You just come at this top here where you have opacity, reduce the opacity, reduce it. So it's just something that's supposed to be at the background. It's not something that's supposed to, be well mentioned or good. Exactly, if you get what I mean. The next thing I want to do, I'm going to import my next resource. I'm going to go into my file, I have my resources, which is this. So let's assume these are their socials. Sorry, you take this and then you just drag and drop it out of Photoshop. Okay, place this here. Good. So I'll reduce the size. Okay. I want to put these socials at this corner here. So I'll just pick this down. Click enter. Alright. Now I'm going to go to my text tool and then just click and add the text. So I'm going to add, let's assume their name of their social is On Social Studio. So capital letter O, small letter N, then social, capital letter S O C I A L, and sorry, there's also space to STUDI. Select everything, change the color. I'm going to use the dark shade here. So I'm just trying to pick out colors from the logo. Okay, so I'm going to come here and I'm going to change the font. I want to use Product Sans. Okay, I'm using the Product Sans font. Product Sans, Montserrat, all those fonts are normal. They are common fonts, but they are formal. Common fonts, but formal. So let's just increase it to medium. Now let's reduce the size. Sorry, I used Montserrat, I wanted this Product Sans, but Montserrat was what I saw first, so I'll just make use of Montserrat. And then let's add it here. Let me increase this so that you get a clearer view of it. Now let's increase the size and click enter. Alright, that's good. Okay. And now the next thing I want to add is I'll go into my shape tool, select the rectangle tool. I'm just going to drag right across here. Okay, I'm going to place. I'm going to change the color of the field to this dark shade here, the dark color we're using. And then I'm going to right under this, I'm going to add a text. I'm going to go into my text to click and then add the text signature. So SIGNA NATURE signature. I'll take this, drag and place here. So let's select all of this and increase the size of it. So I'm just going to increase the size of that. That's too much. Alright, this is okay. Alright. Good. Alright, so this is our design. So with this now, we've come to the end of the design for today. I hope you learned something new. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you wherever you're watching from. Please do well to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, and also click the notification bar so you get notified for posting a new video. Alright, thank you very much. Have a lovely day.